Senate Budget Committee is expected to make fairly quick work of the president's $1.5 trillion spending plan. Republicans are trying to substitute deeper cuts in spending and taxes. This is CNN Radio News.
Finding the perfect house begins with people like Allison Wood of Coldwell Banker, who found one for Jim Miller, who recommended Allison to Denise Cruz, who forgot Jim's birthday, but did remember to recommend Coldwell Banker to her doctor, who told the Hirschfelds after he told them they were having twins. Friends trust friends, and more than 9 out of 10 Coldwell Banker customers are so satisfied, they'd recommend us to their friends. It's a good sign when people recommend people. Coldwell Banker. Expect the best. Some offices independently owned and operated.
Say, Jack, how are we going to show on radio how much thicker Prego traditional spaghetti sauce is than Ragu Old World style?
Why don't we use kettles?
What do you mean, kettles, Jack?
Prego's thick, rich, onions, basil, garlic.
Well, what about Ragu? Is that it, Jack?
Well, for Ragu Old World style, that's about as close as I could get.
That's a good one.
Prego. You can even hear it's in there.
U.S. Defense Secretary William Perry in Moscow, first leg of his tour of former Soviet republics. The Russian defense chief says his country may join the NATO limited partnership within the next couple of weeks. Pope John Paul has accepted an invitation from Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin to visit the Holy Land soon. No specific date's been set. Today in occupied Gaza, 2 Palestinians were killed by Israeli troops after they reportedly opened fire on the soldiers from a passing car. This is news from CNN. So far, the shuttle Columbia astronauts have not been able to persuade Mission Control to extend their voyage by one more orbit so they can break the shuttle endurance record. Landing scheduled for tomorrow in Florida. The astronauts are busy today packing up their scientific gear. A couple of studies warning about the side effects from 2 widely hailed treatment regimens. According to an article in the New England Journal of Medicine, the nausea, headaches, and fatigue often noted with the use of the AIDS drug AZT may overshadow the benefits. And CNN's Alan Duke reports some red flags are being raised about a breast cancer treatment.
A study of the experimental drug tamoxifen appears to give women who have had breast cancer surgery a 38% better chance of living disease-free for 5 years. But it carries a risk. The Journal of the National Cancer Institute reports tamoxifen apparently increases the occurrence of endometrial cancer. Researchers say, though, the benefits far outweigh the risk. Next, they'll study if tamoxifen prevents breast cancer in women who've never had it but are considered at a high risk of getting it. Alan Duke, CNN.
The St. Patrick's Day parade in Boston has been canceled after the veterans group that sponsors the event failed to get a Supreme Court order banning homosexuals. New York City is confronted with the same situation. The police chief is threatening to arrest any gay rights marchers who try to take part in the event there. From the CNN News Center, I'm David Hull.
This is full-service radio for Metro South. From the WBET newsroom, here's Betsy Zulis.
It is 24 degrees with snow falling at 9:05 on a Thursday morning in downtown Brockton. The National Weather Service snow advisory is still in effect. Russ Morley in the Metro South Weather Center says accumulation will top off at 5 inches or so. We'll have details of the forecast coming up. The news brought to you by the law offices of Bernard Cohen, 288 North Main Street in Brockton. This morning's snowfall has been quite a surprise. About 3 inches of snow fell in the Brockton area, and the weather system responsible for it has been stuck over the region, according to a snow advisory from the National Weather Service in Taunton. The roads in Brockton are being treated with sand. Acting DPW Commissioner Robert Smith says plows were called in shortly before 6 this morning. That was the time he also declared a snow emergency. It means parking on main roads is prohibited, and driving conditions have been treacherous. Motorists are advised to use extra caution on the highways and local streets. School in Brockton is canceled, and several area school systems have delayed the opening of school. A full list of cancellations and postponements follows the news. School Superintendent Matt George says he canceled school in Brockton today because the snowfall took the region by surprise and because a snow emergency was declared in the city at 6 a.m. George says at this point the last day of school in Brockton will be June 30th. The snow should taper off by later this morning with a couple of more inches of accumulation expected. One man is under arrest. Brockton police are looking for 3 others this morning in a bank robbery yesterday in Brockton. Police say shots were fired in the robbery of the West Side branch of the Brockton Credit Union on Torrey Street shortly before noon. 33-year-old Charles Ballard of West Elm Street West Elm Terrace, I should say, faces charges of armed robbery while masked. He was wearing a bulletproof vest when police arrested him near the robbery off Winifred Road. Police say he was driving the getaway car. 3 other men entered the bank brandishing handguns and escaped with an undetermined amount of cash. State police yesterday arrested a former worker at the State Department of Mental Health in Brockton on charges of embezzling money from his clients. Emmanuel Lopes is accused of stealing $18,000 in client money after an investigation begun several months ago. Officials say the probe is continuing. Lopes formerly worked at the Multi-Service Center on North Quincy Street in Brockton. Nearly 300 housing units for people with AIDS in Massachusetts will be created with the help of $5 million in state and federal money. The Executive Office of Communities and Development Secretary Mary Padula said some of the money will provide 140 short-term rental assistance certificates and will allow for construction of 125 to 150 new units. Larry Kessler of the AIDS Action Committee says more than 50% of people with AIDS are either homeless or in danger of losing their homes because of their illness. Kessler says the state initiative will help, but he warns thousands of AIDS victims will still require assistance. A 13-year-old girl has been placed in foster care after she was found living by herself in a Boston apartment with no food and no bed to sleep in. Police say a family friend alerted them that Chandra Franklin was staying alone in the abandoned apartment where she had previously lived with her mother. The girl told police her mother physically abused her and didn't care what happened to her. Police said the girl and her mother moved out of the apartment several months ago and were living with relatives. Several Brockton residents were evacuated from their apartment complex in this morning's snowfall when fire broke out in a first-floor apartment at 92 Colonel Bell Drive. The blaze broke out at the Clare Ridge Manor Apartments shortly before 2 a.m. in the closet of the apartment. Firefighters were at the scene until nearly 3:30 this morning, but they quickly brought the fire under control. No injuries were reported. 8 Boston City councilors wrote to Mayor Thomas Menino of their concern about possible anti-gay violence following the cancellation of the annual St. Patrick's Day parade. But 2 of the councilors who did not sign the letter said that was an attack on South Boston, where the parade was to be held. Checking sports, Celtics dropped a game to the Bulls at the Garden yesterday. They were edged by Chicago 101-100. In NHL action at Boston Garden tonight, the Bruins face off against the Penguins in a game that can be heard here on WBET. News time now is 9:09. We check the forecast with meteorologist Russ Murley after this message.
Massachusetts has had workers' compensation law on the books since 1911, but even most lawyers don't fully understand it.
This message is brought to you by the law offices of Bernard Cohen, Inc. in Brockton.
If you're injured on the job or develop an illness from work, it's important to know your rights under workers' compensation. For example, do you know who chooses your doctor under workers' comp? Is your workers' compensation rate correct? Are you receiving what you deserve? Do you deserve more? Do you have a third-party claim? If you don't know, you're well advised to talk to a knowledgeable lawyer about your workers' compensation benefits.
The law offices of Bernard Cohen is the oldest law firm concentrating only in workers' compensation and personal injury in southeastern Massachusetts. We represent only the injured party, and there's never a charge for initial consultation. Call the law offices of Bernard Cohen, 508-586-5353, dedicated to working for the injured worker.
Flurries and developing sunshine, windy and cold today. 34 to 39 in the Metro South area, becoming partly clear tonight. Still breezy, temperatures in the low to mid-20s. We'll go sunshine tomorrow morning, but it'll cloud up again in the afternoon. Temperatures nudge to low to mid-40s. Saturday, early flurries and partly sunny. Mid to upper 40s should do it. This is meteorologist Russ Murley on 1460 WBET.
Right now in downtown Brockton, 24 degrees with snow falling. The news brought to you by the law offices of Bernard Cohen, 288 North Main Street in Brockton. I'm Betsy Zulis reporting the news. Good morning. And stay tuned now for the Newsline program with your host, Bill Alex.
WBET 1460 presents the Newsline on the Metro South News and Information Leader. Bill Alex is your host. Call now at 586-1460. Now here's Bill Alex.
Patrick's Day, everyone. This is Bill Alex along with Jim Larkin, and today is a special day. We do it every single day, every single year on this day, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Our annual show with Jim Larkin. We want you to relax today, take it easy. It's a lousy day outside, but inside we're going to have a good time. We're going to enjoy today. Going to play some Irish music, some trivia, give away some prizes, and just have a good time for the next couple of hours. Our number is always 586-1460. This is probably one of the busiest shows of the year when Jim joins us on St. Patrick's Day. And we all invite you to participate. You don't have to be Irish to enjoy today. Jim, welcome to the program. It's good to see you.
Thanks, Bill. Same to you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
Thank you, and the same to you.
Outside, it's kind of lousy.
Yes, it's hard to believe it's St. Patrick's Day with this kind of weather.
That's right.
It really is.
March 17th. And so much has been written and discussed recently about the parade in Boston, of course. Unfortunately, it's not being held. Do you have any thoughts on that at all?
Well, I think the whole thing is a shame, and personally, I don't think that a court should be able to step in and tell people who they can and can't have in a parade.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was saying a few minutes ago to you, you know, what if a group of Nazis wanted to march in the parade and carry swastikas? Are we to let them do that?
Mm-hmm.
I think the whole thing is a big mistake. I think the parade organizers should be allowed to decide who they want in their parade.
The folks, of course, in the city of Boston indicate, at least Mayor Menino is indicating, that in the future the city of Boston will hold a parade. What does this do to the South Boston Allied War veterans who for many years, of course, have held that parade? They must be quite upset.
I would say so, yeah. I know that a lot of people are very upset.
You've been in the community, you've been discussing it with them, and I'm sure...
Yeah, and even the other night on the show, quite a few of my listeners to my regular Irish program called in to, you know, just give their thoughts on what's going on with the parade and the lack of it this year and stuff.
Well, hopefully cooler heads will prevail, and everyone will enjoy today, even though there is not a parade. There are some activities in Boston going on. And I understand in Abington, they're having a parade today, even though we have the snow. That's great.
Right. That's great, though, yeah.
All the folks at Abington, we salute you this morning. Our Hardy group. That's great. 586-1460 is our number. And let's take a call. Good morning. How are you? St. Patrick's Day. Good morning. Are you there? Okay, let me go over here. Good morning. How are you?
Me St. Patrick's Day, Bill.
Hello, how you doing?
This is Billy from Brockton.
Billy.
Jimmy,
happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
Wish a happy 12th anniversary. No, happy 13th anniversary to my wife, Cynthia.
Very nice.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to my mother-in-law, Teresa.
Teresa, where does Teresa live?
Lives in Brockton.
Uh-huh.
Lives in Brockton.
That's great, Jimmy. This a special day for you? What does this day mean for you?
Yeah, 13th wedding anniversary.
You decided to get married on March 17th, huh?
Yep.
That's wonderful. Any reason why, or?
Well, my wife and I are both Irish.
Uh-huh.
It was as good a time as any to get married.
That's great, Jimmy. That's great. And what do you plan to do today?
You know, fun. I mean, dinner and everything.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Do a little dancing maybe, too, huh?
Oh, boy.
That's great. Jimmy, thank you, and again, happy 13th anniversary to you.
Okay.
The best to you. We appreciate the call.
Okay, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you, Jim. Same to you. 586-1460 is our phone number. It's 17 after the hour. Every year when Jim stops by, as I indicate, we play some fine music. We also play some trivia. We throw out some questions. And what type of prizes do we have today, Jim?
Well, we have some Irish keychains, a couple of different ones. We have some clatter pins. And we have some Irish and American flag pins. It's a combination with the Irish and American flag on the same pin. And we have a couple of embroidered emblem stick-ons, which I have one on my sweater here.
That's very nice.
This turns a regular green sweater into an Irish-looking sweater. It sticks right on there.
Uh-huh.
We have one with the clatter and one with the leprechaun. So we have a good selection of prizes in there.
That's great. Very nice. Let's throw out a question for the folks this morning.
Okay. What % of the Irish population have red hair?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
What percent of the Irish population have red hair?
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll throw a second one out, too.
All right.
What was Brendan Behan's autobiography called?
Brendan Behan's autobiography. Okay. You heard the two questions. What percentage of Irish have red hair? And the second question, Brendan Behan's autobiography. What was it called? The title of it? 586-1460. If you know the answer, we'll send you out a nice prize on this St. Patrick's Day. We're taking it easy today. We're not going to talk about Tanya. We're not going to talk about crime and violence. We're not going to talk about the fact that there's no school in Brockton today. Son of a gun. The kids are going to be going through August. It's unbelievable. We'll take a break and we'll be back.
Bob's Big Breakfast in Brockton has 2 super WBET specials for you. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, enjoy 2 eggs plus bacon and sausage for just $3.25. And on Monday through Friday, try Bob's Hash au gratin special, including 2 eggs with cheddar cheese sauce, home fries, toast, and coffee for only $3.75. 2 great reasons for visiting Bob's Big Breakfast. Bob's also has lots of heart-healthy specials. Breakfast is served Monday through Friday from 6 to 1, Saturday and Sunday 6 to 2. Bob's Big Breakfast, the breakfast specialist, next to the Howard Street Bridge and Archie's Oil on Route 37 in Brockton.
Hi, you are going to the Kids Expo, aren't you? Parents and kids, too, will have a great time. It's on Sunday, April 10th at the Canoe Club in West Bridgewater.
Parents will enjoy a fashion show, a dance performance by Diane's Dancing America. There will be vendor booths, and the winners will be announced from the Year of the Child contest.
The grand prize is a trip for 4 to Disney World and a cruise on the Big Red Boat. Kids Expo will have clowns, face painting, a balloon animal magician, police and 5 eagles, and lots more. Like prizes, food, and lots of fun. Best of all, admission is free.
The Kids Expo, sponsored by WBET, Sunday, April 10th from noon till 5 at the Canoe Club in West Bridgewater.
I'll see you at the Kids Expo.
If you're interested in exhibiting at the Kids Expo, call the WBET Sales Department for more information at 508-587-2400. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Good Samaritan Medical Center.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ween, the ophthalmologist. With me today is my patient Louis Papadopoulos, the tailor. Hi, Louis. How do you like your new glasses?
Ναι, θέλετε ωραία κοστούμια, σακάκια, παλτά, πουκάμισα, θα τα βρείτε στο Louis Custom Tailor 194 Belmont Street.
Wait a minute, Louis. You've got to say that in English.
Oh, yes. My glasses are very nice, Dr. Ween. I thread the nail faster and I stitch better.
Thanks a lot. You had me worried for a minute. I thought you were going to plug your tailor shop. I'm Dr. Ween at 59 North Pearl Street in Brockton. Telephone 588-4111.
The Metro Insurance Challenge to lower your auto insurance. Bring your present policy or current quote to Metro Insurance at 223 Belmont Street in Brockton, opposite George's Cafe, for possible cost savings on your auto insurance. At Metro Insurance, they'll obtain for you all the discounts you're legally entitled to. Call Metro Insurance at 583-7393. That's 583-7393. Or come on down to 223 Belmont Street, opposite George's Cafe, anytime from 9 to 5 daily and until noon on Saturday.
Back for my daddy-o, back for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
Welcome back, everyone. Jim Larkin, along with Bill Alex on this St. Patrick's Day. We hope you're having a pleasant morning. That group, Jim, was?
The South Bay Whaling Company. They're based in California.
Out of California?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Performing a lot of Irish affairs, that type of thing? Or?
Oh, yeah. They're very big in California. They're not well known on the East Coast, but that will be rapidly changing, I think.
Yeah, nice sound. Very nice. Let's go to the callers. Good morning. How are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. On the redheaded people for the Irish, I'd say maybe a third.
Ooh, much too high.
Oh, a fourth, 25%.
No, still too high.
Let me ask Jim, where do you get the figure? Because I was surprised. Jim told me the answer.
Yeah?
But we'll tell the folks where Jim got this information from.
I got it out of an Irish trivia book.
Okay, so that's the authority, the Irish trivia book. Now, you may look in an encyclopedia and they may come up with a different percentage for the number of Irish folks that have red hair. But it's not 25% and it's not a third. It's much lower. But we appreciate the call. Let me ask you, doing anything special today, ma'am?
No, tomorrow we're going to an Irish dance, though.
Oh, whereabouts?
The country club in Pembroke.
In Pembroke?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I hope you have a great time. I'm sure you will.
Is that the one with Alfie O'Shea? Is he playing there?
I don't know the name of the band.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know the name.
Well, that's wonderful, and you have a great time.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for calling. 586-1460. Good morning. You're next with Jim Larkin.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
Same to you.
Thank you.
To answer the question on the red hair,
Yeah.
and I'll say 10%.
10%'s too high.
Too high?
Yeah, believe it or not, it is.
You're getting close.
Okay.
Let me ask you, anything special planned for today?
Oh, nothing special.
Just take it easy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Enjoy the snow.
Yeah, that's right. Well, thank you so much for calling this morning, ma'am.
Have a good day.
You too now. 9:25. How are you this morning?
Good. How you doing, Bill?
Fine, sir. Thank you.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Same to you.
I was going to take a stab at the redheads.
Everyone likes that question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
About 2%.
Too low.
Too low. Oh.
Too low, yeah.
You're getting close. You're getting warm.
Okay.
Let me ask you, what does this day mean to you, sir?
It's just another day, unfortunately.
Just another day. Would you like it to be a little more important?
Not really.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Do you think it's important that we hold on to our past and our roots and things like that?
Yes, to degrees.
Uh-huh.
To degrees.
Okay, we are all Americans. We're in this country.
Absolutely. Everybody has the right to celebrate their heritage. I am Irish.
Yeah.
But it's just really another day.
Okay, well, wonderful, sir. We appreciate the call. Thanks so much, 586-1460. The other question we have out, we want the title of Brendan Behan's autobiography. If you know that answer, we'll send you out a nice little prize. And also, what percentage of Irish have red hair? Now, the gentleman said what, Jim? 2%?
2%, yep.
Okay, it's not 2 and it's not 10.
Mm-hmm.
So it's somewhere in between. 586-1460. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, fine, thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you, ma'am. Nice of you to join us today.
About 5%.
5% is a little too high.
Okay.
Good try.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for the call, ma'am. We're getting close. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, Brendan Behan's biography was Borstal Boy.
Borstal Boy is right. Yes,
Hey,
very
bravo. Borstal Boy. Did you know that, sir? Have you read the book?
Yes, a very, very long time ago.
Uh-huh. So you recall the title of it?
Yes, I do.
Let me ask you, anything special planned for today, sir?
No, going to work.
Gonna go to work, huh? Well, you take it slow if you're driving any distance. And stay on the line so we can send you out a little prize.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Same to you, sir, and thank you for the call this morning. Any idea when Behan wrote that book, Jim? A few years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 anyway, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's throw out another question for the folks, Jim.
Okay, who was the first American-born of Irish parents to be elected mayor of Boston?
Oh, that's a good question. First American-born in this country. His folks were of Irish descent from Ireland,
Irish
right?
parents, right.
Irish parents. And he became mayor of Boston, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'll take a little thought.
Mm-hmm.
I would guess, off the top of my head, we'd have to go back probably 1860s maybe. Again, that's just a guess on my part. 586-1460. If you know the answer, if you think you know the answer to that one, which mayor of Boston, born to Irish parents, born in this country, the first American born in this country to become mayor of Boston, born to Irish parents? 586-1460. Let's go over here. How are you this morning?
Fine, thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you, ma'am. Same to you. What does this day mean to you?
That all the people that are Irish are out celebrating.
Uh-huh.
And it just kind of makes you remember back to your ancestry.
Uh-huh. Do you have some folks that came from the old country, as we say?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
All four of my grandparents.
All four?
All four.
That's wonderful. And you've probably got some very fond memories, huh?
Definitely.
Oh, that's great.
On the redheads, there's one out of all the kids in my household, nieces and nephews. I'd say 4%.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Hey, we got it finally.
Yeah, one.
You got one redhead in the house, huh?
Right.
That's great. That's great. Is it a young lad or a young lass?
A lass.
Oh, young girl, huh?
Right.
That's great. And she's the redhead, huh?
Redhead.
And I'll bet you everyone pays a lot of attention to her.
Right.
That's great. Well, I tell you stay on the line. We're going to send you out a little prize. Okay?
And have a great day.
Thank you. You too, and we thank you for sharing some time with us this morning. Nice lady. 4%, Jim.
4%, yeah.
You know, like the first caller, I would have guessed 20, 30% maybe. That's
Yeah, me
interesting.
too. If I would have answered that question, I
Yeah.
would have thought probably 20%.
Only 4%. And
Yeah.
the authority, again, is the Irish Trivia Book.
Right.
That's great. So
Right.
where do all of these redheads come from, I wonder?
That's a good question, Bill. We'll have to throw that one out next.
Yeah. Okay, the question we have on the table is the first mayor of Boston, born in this country to Irish parents. That one is still out there, if you think you know the answer to that one. We got another one for the folks, Jim?
Yep. What movie was filmed at Dingle Peninsula, County Kerry? A
Dingle.
movie.
D-I-N-G-L-E?
Right, Dingle Peninsula in County Kerry.
Uh-huh. Dingle Peninsula, County Kerry. This must be a fairly well-known movie, huh?
It is, yeah.
County Kerry. This is a movie that we're looking for. Do you
Beautiful scenery in this movie, too.
I'll bet.
Very good scenery.
I'll bet, yeah. The ocean and the green and lush
I like
area.
the scenery better than the story.
The story, yeah. So if you think you know the answer to that one, what movie was filmed in Dingle Peninsula, County Kerry, you said, Jim, right?
Right.
586-1460. No lines open at the moment. It's 9:30. McLaughlin thinks he knows the answer. He's thinking on the other side of the glass there. McLaughlin looks marvelous this morning.
No,
don't say it too
he
loud.
doesn't know the answer.
Don't say it too loud. He's got his green tie on. He looks very dapper, as always. Matt McLaughlin, our producer. Good morning. How are you? You're on the air with Jim Larkin and Bill Alex.
How you doing, Bill?
Fine, sir.
All right. How about we take a crack at the mayor?
Okay.
James Michael Curley.
No.
That's a good guess.
It's a very good guess, yeah.
A lot of folks would think that, of course. Curley, back in, what, the late 20s, 30s? Mayor of Boston for many years. I would think, again, as I said to Jim, I would guess that you're trying to think back to when most of the Irish immigrants came to this country, and I would guess 1860s, 70s, 80s in there.
If they were coming to that at that time,
Yeah.
You'd have to wait a little while. I'd say the early 1900s then.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a great guess. Anything special planned for today, sir?
Oh, nothing special.
Take it easy.
Absolutely. Stay out of the snow.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. 586-1460. Let me get rid of that one. It's 9:31 here on WBET in Brockton. We do this every single year. St. Patrick's Day was celebrated with Jim Larkin, and Jim, of course, is on every Sunday here on WBET.
Mm-hmm.
What time, Jim?
5:10, right after the 5 o'clock news.
Right after the 5 o'clock news, play some great Irish music and talks about Irish culture. Be sure to listen to Jim every Sunday right after the 5 o'clock news right here on WBET. We have a couple of questions out there. We're looking for the first American-born mayor of Boston, born to Irish parents, born in this country. The first one to become the mayor. We know that we have had many here in Boston. And we're also looking for the movie that was filmed, pardon me, in the Dingle Peninsula in County Kerry. If you think you know the answer to that one, we'll try to clear some lines after we return from this break.
Dateline, March 1929. After gallivanting around the skies solo for over 13 hours, 17-year-old flying ace Eleanor Smith lands the women's world record for endurance flying. In our nation's capital, progress reported on construction of the Washington Monument Memorial, expected to be completed in 1932. Locally, in Cambridge, a carrier pigeon returns to owner Joseph Kingman after being gone for 3 years.
G. Arthur Moberg & Son Roofing has been in business since the news you just heard was brand new in 1929. And since then, Moberg Roofing has been committed to the highest quality work for the most important part of your home, your roof. When you have a need for roofing services, call someone you can trust. Since 1929, their reputation has been your guarantee. Moberg & Son Roofing at 508-586-1976. Moberg has been committed to excellence since 1929. There's no substitute for experience. Moberg Roofing, 586-1976.
Imagine all the Disney friends you ever loved live in a spectacular show on ice, full of great music, great fun, and great adventures. It's Walt Disney's World on Ice, Mickey's Great Adventures, brimming with breathtaking surprises, hilarious hijinks, and that special Disney magic. Watch your children's eyes light up with excitement as Baloo and the Tailspin Gang rescue Mickey and his pals from a dastardly kidnapper. Join in as Roger Rabbit unveils his magic video machine that makes you part of the action. It's an unforgettable experience of pure delight for children of every age, even grown-up children. Join the fun of Mickey's Great Adventures. Bring your whole family to Walt Disney's World on Ice.
Coming to the Worcester Centrum March 30th through April 3rd. Great seats available at the Centrum box office and all Ticketmaster outlets, or call 617-931-2000.
I'm lucky. Life has been pretty good for me. No problems with work. I have great friends, super parents, excellent health, and confidentially, I always did pretty well in the social scene, too. There came a time, though, that things weren't so rosy and my confidence was slipping fast. I began losing my hair, and the kidding about my receding hairline really hurt. Fortunately for me, I found the answer: Leonard Hair Transplant Associates. At my free consultation, Dr. Robert T. Leonard told me that I was a good candidate for the latest in hair transplant surgery. With a painless outpatient procedure which requires no bandages, Dr. Leonard restored my own hair, naturally and permanently. Now I have my self-esteem back and my whole youthful life ahead of me. If you're like me and you want to feel good about yourself, call Dr. Leonard at 401-946-0884. You'll love life again, too. 401-946-0884. Leonard Hair Transplant Associates.
This is my song.
His voice is pure magic.
Here is a song.
He's sold more than 100 million records. Engelbert Humperdinck. Heartland Music presents the best of Engelbert Humperdinck.
Please release me.
All your favorites on 2 great albums.
They're the kind.
But this special collection is not in stores. Please order now.
So I sing you to sleep after the loving.
Call 1-800-223-2622 to order Engelbert for only $12.98 for records or cassettes, or $16.98 for CD plus $3 shipping. Use your credit card and save COD charges by calling now. 1-800-223-2622.
WBET.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy St. Patrick's Day. Bill Alex, along with Jim Larkin, a very special day every year. We celebrate St. Patrick's Day with Jim in studio and you, and we're having a good time. Let's get back to the callers. Good morning. How are you?
Oh.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, sir.
Same to you.
You think you know the answer to one of our trivia questions?
I'm going to say the Mayor Hines was, his mother was born in Ireland.
John B. Was it John B. Hines? Jim?
No, it was not, Bill.
That's a good guess.
Yes, this was an American born to Irish parents, not just one parent, both parents.
Both mom and dad from the old country. But that's a good guess, sir.
Honey Fitzgerald will be the next one.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, we allowed you to, you son of a gun. You snuck another one in.
Okay.
Honey Fitzgerald. What can you tell us about the grandfather of John F. Kennedy? You know a lot about Honey Fitzgerald?
Well, he was just another politician. I mean,
just another politician, huh? Yeah, I was talking to Jim during the break, and you figure JFK's mother, who was, 100 years old, right? So she had to be born around 1894 in the 1890s. So the father of John F. Kennedy's mother had to be born, I would guess, 1860s, 1870s, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. You're absolutely correct, and you stay on the line, sir. We'll send you out a little prize.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Honey Fitzgerald. What was his first name? His legal
John.
It was John.
John P. Honey Fitzgerald.
So I wonder if the president was named after his grandfather. Might well have been.
Yes, I'd say so.
JFK might have been named after his grandfather.
Yeah.
And as I recall as a youngster, the family used to live on Wells Avenue in Dorchester many years ago. Of course, this might have been again at the turn of the century. I think John F. Kennedy's mother was born in that house on Wells Avenue, which is off Codman Square in Dorchester. That goes back a long time, Jim.
It certainly does, and I grew up right near Wells Ave, and I never knew that before.
Yeah, we've got a lot of history. A lot of history in Dorchester, and that's a great question, Jim. The one that is still out there on the table, we're looking for the movie which was filmed in Dingle Peninsula in County Kerry. The movie that was filmed there. If you think you know the answer, give us a call. No lines at the moment. We'll try to clear some of them. And why don't we throw out another one, Jim?
Okay, Bill. Cork County is home to this famous tourist attraction. What is it?
Okay, we're looking
Cork
for
County.
a tourist attraction that is very famous in Cork County. 586-1460. Good morning. You're next with Jim and Bill. How are you?
Hey, Bill, I'm fine. How are you?
This is Ruth.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day to both of you.
Same to you, Ruth.
On the
Thank
movie, I guess is The Quiet Man with John Wayne.
No, it wasn't The Quiet Man.
Well, wasn't it?
Good guess, though. That was filmed in Ireland.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth, and I hope you enjoy the day.
Yeah, thank you, too.
Thanks very much. The Quiet Man. It wasn't The Quiet Man.
That was a nice movie, though, The Quiet Man. Maureen O'Hara was in it.
Yes, Maureen
Very
O'Hara,
good.
yeah.
It's on tonight on TBS at 8 o'clock.
Ah, it is.
Yeah.
Jim checked the listings before he came in. That's
there's so much on tonight at 8 o'clock, I'll tell you. I wish I had 14 VCRs and could take 14 different shows.
That's great. Good morning. You're next with Jim Larkin and Bill Alex. How are you?
And you?
Fine, thank you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
Same to you, ma'am. What does this day mean to you? You going to have a little celebration today?
Corned beef, cabbage, Irish soda bread.
Ah, that sounds great. Irish soda bread.
It's cooked right now.
You got it in the oven, huh?
I do.
Oh, that's
Bring
great.
some over.
That's wonderful. Where'd you get your corned beef?
Well, Purities.
Purity, you got a good buy on it? Yeah, a lot of the markets have it.
Yep.
And, of course, they get cabbage on sale. Do you get the gray or do you get the red?
Gray.
The gray. Point or flat?
Point.
Point gray. Okay. It's interesting. Most folks love the gray. So you're going with a point cut gray. I'll bet it's going to be delicious.
Oh, well.
That's great. That's great. You have a thought on one of the trivia questions?
Yeah, the movie one?
Okay.
But it's Ryan's daughter?
Yes, it was. Ryan's daughter. Very good. You remember who was in it?
Please.
Do you remember who was in that movie?
No.
Robert Mitchum and, I think, Donna Mills.
Not Donna Mills.
Not Donna Mills.
Sarah Miles.
Yes. Right.
Sarah Miles.
Right. Absolutely.
We're close with the M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robert Mitchum, too.
Gorgeous movie. Like you said, Jim, the scenery is breathtaking in that movie. I'm trying to think if David Lean produced it. I think it might have been a David Lean production. Beautiful movie. You're absolutely correct, ma'am. So you stay on the line, and we're going to send you out a little prize.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for playing with us this morning. Nice lady. And again, some of the prizes that we have, some lovely keychains and some clatter pins, Jim.
Clatter pins, Irish American flag pins, and some leprechaun embroidered emblems that you can stick onto your clothing or your hats or whatever, and also some clatter embroidered emblems. They stick onto your clothing as well.
Very nice. And the movie, again, was Ryan's Daughter, which was, what would you say, early 70s, somewhere in there?
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, some beautiful scenery. I did see that movie. Excellent scenery. And be nice to be there today.
Oh, it certainly would, yeah.
Better than what we got outside the window.
That's for sure.
Good morning. You're next with Jim Larkin.
Hi, what was that last question on the Irish questions?
County Cork is home to this famous Irish tourist attraction.
In Cork?
Yes.
Would that be the Blarney Castle?
I'll give it to you. It's the Blarney Stone I was looking for, so I'll give you that.
All right.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, very good. So the Blarney Stone is in Cork County, Jim, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you know about the history, caller, about the Blarney Stone?
What do I know about it? Well, if you kiss it, you'll be eloquent for the rest of your life.
Isn't that great? Isn't that nice?
And I did it.
You did?
I went over and I kissed it.
Oh, that's wonderful. When were you over there?
June of '92.
Oh, that's great. And how long did you have?
14 days.
14 marvelous days, right?
Delightful. Delightful.
That's wonderful. Do you still have some cousins or?
Way back.
Way back,
Way back.
And did you get a chance to visit the area where your folks were from or grandparents were from?
A little bit, yeah, in County Cork, yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Lovely, lovely.
Oh, that's
If I
beautiful.
ever took.
That's great. I'm so glad you had the opportunity to do it.
Great.
And I'm so happy that you played with us this morning. You stay on the line.
Okay.
I'm going to send you out a little prize.
All righty.
The Blarney Stone, Jim, huh?
Yeah, the Blarney Stone.
That's great. It's 9:45. Why don't we throw out another question before we take a break?
Okay, why don't I throw out two because we don't have any out now?
That's right. We got them all, yeah.
Okay, what's the smallest county in Ireland? There's one question. And the second question, what are the 5 U.S. states with the most residents of Irish ancestry? And if callers want to give us just one answer and get one correct, we'll send you a prize. Or 5 states we're looking for with the most residents that are of Irish ancestry.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. I can think of 3, I think, right off the top. But the other 2 might be tough. That's a great question, Jim.
Yeah.
We're looking for the 5 U.S. states with the most residents of Irish ancestry. And also we're looking for the smallest county in Ireland. No lines open. We'll take a break and we'll be back with Jim Larkin.
1994 is the year of the child, and if there's a child that you know up to age 10 that you think is special, be sure to enter the WBET Year of the Child contest. Enter the child in any of 3 groups, newborn to 2 years, 3 to 6, and 7 to 10. In each group, judges will be awarding prizes for most amusing, most beautiful, and best personality. Entry photos will be displayed at Westgate Mall, and winners will be announced at the Kids Expo at the Canoe Club on Sunday, April 10th. The grand prize is a trip for 4 to Disney World in Florida and a cruise on the Big Red Boat. Pick up your entry blank at any of the Year of the Child contest sponsors and be sure to include a color photo of the child up to size 5x7. Here's how to enter.
All you have to do is pick up an entry form at any contest sponsor, fill it out, and send it in with a photo to WBET. Address, rules, and full details are on the form. Awards will be presented at the Kids Expo on April 10th. You must be present to win. You can pick up your entry form at the Children's Museum of Easton. That's located at Sullivan Ave in Northeastern, or at the MSPCA, 226 Pearl Street in Brockton. Charlie Savage Keyboard Magic, 594 Turnpike Street, Route 138 Southeastern, or at the Westgate Mall Information Booth in Brockton.
Déjeuner's best food. Yes, I'll sing out its praise. Cause nothing can top best food's Dijonais. The taste it will amazing.
It taste test. Best Foods Dijonais Creamy Mustard Blend meets the leading mustard 2 to 1. That's a taste to sing about.
Nothing beats my best food Dijonais.
Boy, that was close. He was lucky.
Luckier than me. You ought to see my car. Some guy slid into me. A week later, I slid into a snowbank.
Oh.
What a winter.
Yeah. Why don't you just get it fixed?
I will sometime. It's just all the headaches, the paperwork, the insurance company.
Yeah, I hear you. Go to Centerville.
Is that a town?
No, it's a place, Centerville Auto Body in Brockton. They've got certified technicians, and they use only genuine manufacturer's replacement parts. And they're a state-registered body shop, too. They can deal directly with your insurance company. The paperwork is their problem, not yours.
Okay, but I need my car every day.
No problem. Rentals are available at Centerville if you need one.
All right, you win. I'll go to Centerville next week.
And listen.
Listen to what? I don't hear anything.
That's all the road salt silently eating into your car's finish.
Okay, I'll go today.
Centerville Auto Body at 9 Packard Street in Brockton can make your car look like new. Whatever you drive, Centerville can fix it. Call 588-8458 or stop at 9 Packard Street, Brockton. They've guaranteed their repairs for more than 30 years.
Whenever I see something that looks really good, I start to worry. So many things today are made for sheen. So when I saw how shiny and cute the Saturn was, I started to worry. But then come to find out, underneath that shiny, good-looking body, it's got this ugly, hardcore, let's-put-it-together body, the so-called space frame that protects you. And I thought, now that's a good deal. 2 bodies for the price of 1. Who thought you'd get beauty and brawn all in one? If you'd like the location of the Saturn retailer nearest to you, just phone 1-800-522-5...
Hello, Patsy Fagan, you'll hear the girls all cry. Hello, Patsy Fagan, you're the apple of the eye. You're a decent boy from Ireland, and there's no one can deny. You're a hear-em, scare-em, divil-may-care-em, decent Irish boy. And if there's...
Welcome back, everyone. Jim Larkin, our special guest on this St. Patrick's Day. And Jim, you got some messages you want to pass along to the folks today?
Yes, Bill, there's a lot going on within the next week for the Irish in this area. And actually, you don't have to be Irish to go to any of these things or enjoy them. First of all, on Saturday, Island Zone of Brockton will be sponsoring their annual St. Patrick's Day Mass, and it'll be held at St. Edward's Church. And it starts at 9:30. They have a breakfast. And for $2, you can go down and have some fresh fruit, pastries, donuts, bagels, coffee, tea, and assorted juices. And children under 10 eat free. It starts off at 9:30, the breakfast. And then in the church at 11 o'clock, Irish entertainer Norman Payne from Galway will be entertaining from 11 until 12 o'clock noon when the Mass will start at St. Edward's Church. And that's Saturday. Then Saturday night, Island Zone of Brockton will have their annual St. Patrick's Day dance, and that'll be held at the Sons of Italy Hall in Rockland. It starts at 8 o'clock, and the band is Joe Glynn and the Irish Mist. Tickets are available at the door, or if anyone needs more information, they can call 947-5045. So that's a dance you don't want to miss. It'll be a good time. I know I'm going to go. It's always a great time, their annual St. Patrick's Day dance. And then next Tuesday night, the 22nd of the month, Patty Noonan's Irish Variety Show is going to be in town, sponsored by Island Zone, and this is the biggest Irish show I think around anywhere, and it features Patty Noonan, John Scott Trotter, comedian singer Joe Cuddy, and a great new group from Ireland called Mac and O, Seamus Green and Cleo Meany, and the Maureen Haley Irish Step Dancers, and that takes place at the West Brockton Junior High on West Street in Brockton. Tuesday night starts at 8 o'clock sharp. It was originally scheduled for March 4th, but it was postponed due to the storm, and the makeup date for the concert's the 22nd. And if you're looking for a place to go for a very enjoyable evening, I will guarantee you will have a good time at this show. It's the best show of its kind that you'll see anywhere. Take my word for it. It is great. The Island's own Patty Noonan Irish Variety Show. So those are a few of the things, Bill, that are coming up in the next week or so in this area.
Some great attractions, Jim. Very nice. And again, that Tuesday show, if folks had tickets for the first show, they'll be honored for that one.
Yeah, and if they want more information on this show, they can call 586-3915, or they can call me if they'd like at 586-0681, and I'll be happy to give anyone any information they want on the show or anything else that's going on.
Very good, and Jim will mention that the second hour as well. Good morning, how are you?
Oh, good morning, great.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, the same to you.
Thank you.
A bit of trivia. 38 years ago today, what happened in this country?
38.
Very locally.
38 years ago. My mathematics are slow on a snowy day. What year are we talking about?
Well, 1956.
56, okay, on this very day.
In this country?
Right. In this state.
In this state, huh?
Boy. Well, we were young lads at the time, running around Dorchester, both of us.
I was still in diapers.
Oh, we had a big blizzard.
Really?
There was a boat, an oil tanker that went ashore down in Situate.
The blizzard of 56, huh?
And 3 or 4 days later, there was another one on top of that one.
Boy. Yeah, we can get snow this time of year, as we can see if we look out the window. That's great. So it was 56, we had a big one, huh?
Oh, we did. We really had a big one there.
Yeah.
Would one of those states he's looking for be good old Massachusetts?
No, believe it or not, Massachusetts is not on the top 5.
You know, when I said that to Jim during the break, he said, Bill, believe it or not, it's not Massachusetts.
Well, it must be the other port of entry, okay?
So, so you call again.
All righty.
All right, and thank you very much, and happy St. Patrick's Day, and thanks for the reminder on 56.
All righty, bye-bye.
586-1460. Good morning, how are you?
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Bill, and to Jim.
Thank you.
I was wondering, is there any way we could hear the Irish wedding song?
I did not bring that song with me today, but I'll be happy to play it Sunday night on my program if you like.
Okay.
How's that, huh? Jim will play it for you, especially this Sunday.
Okay.
All right, right after the 5 o'clock news during his program.
Would be perfect.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on the trivia questions? We're looking for 5 U.S. states that have the most Irish ancestors.
I thought it was Massachusetts.
The most residents with Irish ancestry, I should say. No, it's not Massachusetts.
Oh, okay, then.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Right, bye-bye. 586-1460. The other question we have out, the smallest county in Ireland. Good morning. You're next with Jim Larkin.
Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, sir. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Even though you're Greek.
We're all Americans. But we have ancestry, yes.
Yes. I know the states.
Mm-hmm.
Jersey and New York.
New York is one of them, yep, so we'll give you a prize in that. New York is one of them.
Bravo.
Very
That's
good.
all you need is one.
New Jersey. I know New Jersey's another one.
No, New Jersey's not, believe it or not.
But you're absolutely correct with New York, and we'll send you out a little trinket from Jim on this very special day. So you stay on the line.
Yes, California.
We'll give you New York. How's that? All right? Thank you for the call, and stay on the line.
Right.
Okay. Man's right with New York.
New York is second.
We got 4 more that we're looking for. Good morning. You're next with Jim.
I'd like to guess, for the 5 states, can I guess California?
Yes, and you're absolutely right. California is number 1.
So you stay on the line, okay?
Okay.
All right, you stay on the line. We'll send you out a nice little trinket. California is number 1. Of course, it's such a large state.
Yeah.
But, you would think Massachusetts, of course. Now, you mentioned Boston.
Right.
Tell the folks about Boston.
Well, Boston has the biggest Irish population per the amount of people that actually live in Boston than any other city in the country.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Even more so than Chicago and New York City.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yep.
But as far as a state, outside of Boston, it doesn't rank right up there in the top 5.
No, the last I knew, I believe Massachusetts was about 7.
About 7th.
Yes.
With folks of Irish ancestry.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we knocked down New York and California. We still got 3 more out there, Jim, right?
Yep.
Okay, now some of these are quite surprising. I was surprised when you told me the answer.
Yeah.
586-1460. We're also looking for the smallest county in Ireland, if you think you know the answer. Good morning.
Morning. I'm the only Irishman that got robbed 3 times on this show.
You got robbed 3 times on the show?
Had 3 answers, and they got them all.
And they got them all. Well, you're going to get an answer now, I know.
Yeah, I think so.
Go ahead.
Chicago.
Chicago in the state of Illinois.
Right.
Is Illinois one of the states, Jim?
No, it's not, Bill, believe it or not.
You know, caller, I also said Illinois. I said Massachusetts and Illinois, and Jim said, believe it or not, neither state is in the top 5.
I got robbed again.
You got robbed again.
Oh, well.
But you call again the second hour.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, very much. It's not Illinois. You want to go out with a little song? Okay, we still have a couple of questions out there. The smallest county and the 5 U.S. states with the largest percent of Irish ancestry. New York and California, 2 of the 5. We're still looking for 3 more. We're going to take a 10-minute break for news. We're going to come back for another hour, playing some music, Irish trivia with our guest, Jim Larkin. So get another spot of tea or whatever beverage you're drinking today. And we'll be back following the news. Stay tuned.
In the year of our Lord 1806, we set sail from the cold Quay of Cork. And we were sailing away with the cargo of bricks for the Grand City Hall in New York. We had 8 million sights of all blind horses' height in the whole of the Irish Rover. We had sailed 7 years
From the CNN News Center in Atlanta, I'm John Lisk. Figure skater Tanya Harding says she's getting professional help to get her life in order. Skaters pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to hinder prosecutors investigating the assault on rival Nancy Kerrigan. Deputy District Attorney Norman Frink says he thinks Harding was in on the plot, though she denies it. Still, he says the plea agreement is a good one.
The alternative to this agreement would have been to indict Ms. Harding on each and every charge that the grand jury found her liable for, and to proceed to a trial that probably would have occurred sometime in the fall. It could have conceivably lasted a month or 2, and could have, drained the resources of this office.
Harding has resigned from the U.S. Figure Skating Association, will serve 3 years probation, and pay more than $100,000 in fines. Harding will not skate in the World Championships next week. The U.S. is reported planning to cancel next week's meeting with North Korea because the North recently refused to allow a team of international inspectors into a key nuclear reprocessing plant. The U.S. and other nations suspect the North Koreans of trying to develop nuclear weapons. Checking Wall Street just before the top of the hour, the Dow Industrial Average was down 0.86 at 3847.29. This is CNN Radio News.
Spent the night tossing in bed, said some things I shouldn't have said. Morning so hard to face this way. Now the sunlight's breaking through. Put some coffee on for you. I don't know what to say. but I smell that Folgers brew. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Now the morning's feeling right. I see things in a different light. Sharing coffee with you the way we always do. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. It's Folgers in your cup.
Pope John Paul II says yes to an invitation to visit the Holy Land from Israel's Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin. No date is set yet. PLO Chairman Yasser Arafat says no to renewed peace talks without international protection for Palestinians. Israeli army guards tell an inquiry into last month's massacre at a mosque in Hebron. The man who shot up the mosque may not have acted alone. And Israeli troops say they've shot and killed 2 men in the Gaza Strip today after they opened fire on an Israeli patrol. This is news from CNN. The FBI has rounded up a reputed mob boss and several others in Philadelphia. An agency spokeswoman says only that John Stanfa and the others were arrested under an indictment that will be unveiled later. Philadelphia Daily News says it has to do with 2 murders and an attempted murder. Singer Michael Jackson says the L.A. District Attorney's out to get him. The DA's called Jackson's mother to testify before a grand jury about what she knows of allegations he sexually abused a teenager. Members of the Irish-American gay activist groups planning a protest march in New York City, despite threats from a police chief of arrest. The New York St. Patrick's Day parade kicks off later. In South Boston, the parade there was canceled after the courts ruled that gays have to be included. The South Boston Allied War Veterans Council sponsoring the event. John Hurley is with the council.
People that are really broken-hearted that there isn't going to be a parade, and it has kept some of their families away, which is a family-oriented day. So it hurt a lot of families, but the people over here just say, well, if it's only going to be a year, fine. And that's all it's going to be. We'll be back next year.
General Motors and negotiators for employees on strike at 2 Delco brake plants in Ohio have reached tentative agreement on a new contract. The workers are to vote on it today. And officials say that if the union membership approves the new contract, they could be back on the job later on today. From the CNN News Center, I'm John List.
This is Full Service Radio from Metro South. From the WBET Newsroom, here's Dick Benham.
Good morning. 34 degrees in Brockton at 10:05. Russ Murley in the Metro South Weather Center says we should see mostly sunshine for the rest of the day. Well, details on the forecast following this report of news brought to you by North Abington Cooperative Bank. That's 6 Harrison Avenue in North Abington. Maybe a day for the wearing of the green, but Massachusetts residents woke up to a new coating of white on the ground. Snow came back to the Bay State for an unexpected encore, falling particularly hard in the central part of the state. National Weather Service said the storm was a pretty big surprise. The system didn't weaken as much as meteorologists originally had thought. Areas in higher elevations got more than a foot of snow, 10 to 12 inches in the Princeton-Westminster area, extending the ski season at Wachusett Mountain. Lesser accumulations fell in other parts of the state. About 3 inches fell in the Brockton area. The weather system responsible stuck over the region for a while. Snow is tapering off now, and a couple of more inches was expected, but that seems to be pretty much it for the storm for today. We'll be updating forecasts, as we told you a moment ago, following this news. One man is under arrest, and Brockton police are seeking 3 others in a bank robbery yesterday in Brockton. Police say shots were fired in the robbery at the West Side branch of Brockton Credit Union on Torrey Street shortly before noon. 33-year-old Charles Ballard of West Elm Terrace faces charges of armed robbery while masked. He was wearing a bulletproof vest when police arrested him near the robbery off Winifred Road. Police say he was driving the getaway car. 3 other men entered the bank brandishing handguns and escaped with an undetermined amount of cash. State police yesterday arrested a former worker of the State Department of Mental Health on charges of embezzling money from clients. Emmanuel Lopes is accused of stealing $18,000 in client money after an investigation begun several months ago. Officials say the probe is continuing. Lopes formerly worked at the Multi-Service Center in Brockton. A doctor said Mary Gazalian was not mentally ill when she left $500,000 to former state representative Kevin Fitzgerald and his aide, Patricia McDermott. Dr. Michael Fuller of Cambridge said he found no signs of mental incompetence when he examined Gazalian. The woman who had a fortune but lived like a pauper had been brought to the doctor by Fitzgerald and McDermott. The question of Gazalian's mental health is key in the lawsuit brought by Gazalian's sister, Elizabeth Scullin. She is challenging the will, saying her sister was not mentally competent when she left their estate to the state representative who befriended her. The Boston School Committee has given the go-ahead to allow condom distribution in public schools. The panel voted 6-1 for a plan allowing distribution in some high school-based health centers. Students would need parental permission, however, before they could obtain a condom. The plan includes a curriculum based on abstinence, but many religious leaders in the city still oppose the plan, including the Reverend Bruce Wall. Archdiocese spokesman John Wall said you can't separate health issues from moral issues. He said students should be taught sexual abstinence. The plan also calls for educational programs on AIDS and other sexually transmitted diseases. A 13-year-old girl has been placed in foster care after she was found living by herself in a Boston apartment with no food and no bed to sleep in. Police say a family friend alerted that Chandra Franklin was staying alone in the abandoned apartment where she had previously lived with her mother. The girl told police her mother physically abused her and didn't care what happened to her. Police say the girl and her mother moved out of the apartment several months ago and were living with relatives, but after the two had a fight, the teenagers left and stayed with friends before returning to the old apartment. A 2-year-old Boston girl believed to have ingested some cocaine left around the house by her father apparently never took any of the drug. Tiana Jones was released yesterday from Children's Hospital after all tests for the drug came back negative. Her father told police earlier this week that her daughter had eaten as much as a gram of cocaine. Vatican Ambassador Ray Flynn in Washington today for an Irish function at the White House, then travels to New York for a dinner with the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick, but he's still not being allowed by the State Department to travel to New England for previously scheduled appearances in Holyoke and Providence. Those trips were banned after Flynn announced he was considering a run for governor. The State Department was concerned he might use those stops for political purposes. Despite the restrictions on his travel plans, the State Department spokesman tells the Boston Herald the former Boston mayor still enjoys the backing of Secretary of State Christopher. Aides to Flynn say he may break his silence today on allegations that a campaign volunteer embezzled money from his political war chest. The father of figure skater Nancy Kerrigan said she and family members need time before commenting on rival skater Tonya Harding's plea of guilty to conspiring to hinder prosecution and a resignation from the Figure Skating Association. Harding was fined $100,000 after pleading guilty yesterday to the charge in connection with the attack on Kerrigan. In sports, Celtics lost their fourth in a row. Chicago edged the Celtics 101-100. Tonight, the Bruins take on the Pittsburgh Penguins at the Garden. You'll hear the game on WBET. Pre-game starts at about 7 o'clock. Time is 9 minutes past the hour.
Hi, this is Richard Cracker Donovan, president of the North Abington Cooperative Bank. In these uncertain times, it is important that you have a bank where you feel comfortable with the officers and personnel. The financial condition of the bank and confident of any advice you receive is in your best interest. The North Abington Cooperative Bank has been serving area customers for over 100 years with such services as savings accounts, now and money market accounts, term certificates, IRAs, safe deposit boxes, personal loans, and both fixed rate and reviewable rate mortgages. We do not charge points or sell our mortgage loans. All of this and more with fast, friendly service. The North Abington Cooperative Bank is open daily 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Wednesdays till 7:30 p.m., and Saturdays from 9 to 1 p.m. The North Abington Cooperative Bank offers services that are right for you. Stop in soon at the North Abington Cooperative Bank at 6 Harrison Avenue in North Abington. Member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender. Thank you.
Hopefully this is winter's last gasp. It is cold and windy today, and it'll remain that way through the afternoon, although we are looking for some developing sunshine, leftover flurries till noontime or so, 34 to 39. Clearing out tonight, lows in the low to mid-20s. Tomorrow, it's partly sunny in the morning, but clouding up in the afternoon. Low to mid-40s should do it. Our Saturday forecast, some flurries in the early going, then partly sunny, mid to upper 40s. Looks nice for Sunday. This is meteorologist Russ Murley on 1460 WBET.
Thank you, Russ. In Brockton right now, 34 degrees. This news brought to you by North Abington Cooperative Bank at 6 Harrison Avenue in North Abington. I'm Dick Benham, WBET News. Back now to Newsline and Bill Alex.
Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was... Whoa, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green.
Welcome back, everyone. Bill Alex along with Jim Larkin, our very special guest on the St. Patrick's Day. Thank you all for joining us this morning. A very busy first hour. Some 15 folks calling in. We still have a couple of questions out there. We're looking for 3 other states with the greatest population of residents who have Irish ancestry. We got New York and California. We're looking for 3 other states. The second question, the smallest county in Ireland. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim Larkin.
Hi.
How are you, and thank you for waiting. You're very patient.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm a red-headed Irish, by the way.
Oh, that's wonderful.
One of the 4% that we were talking about earlier.
That's great.
I'd like to answer the question on the states.
Yes, go right ahead, ma'am.
Texas.
Texas, yes. Texas is number 4.
Great.
Very good.
How did you know that?
Just a wild guess. That's where I'm from.
Are you from Texas originally?
Yes, I am.
A large Irish population. When Jim told me, I was quite surprised.
Yep.
Isn't that great?
Are you familiar with that river down in San Antonio that they used to dye green every year on St. Patrick's Day?
No, I'm not from the San Antonio area.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. What area are you from, ma'am?
Galveston.
From Galveston, which is down near the Gulf, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's great. And how long have you been up here?
7 years.
Well, that's wonderful. That's
I
wonderful.
like up here. It's nice.
You do? You can put up with the snow, huh?
I'll put up with the snow.
Oh, that's great. Well, you're so nice, and you're absolutely correct. Texas is one of the 5 states. And you stay on the line, and we'll send you out a little gift from us.
Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
And same to you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Nice lady. Originally from Texas. Good morning. You're next with Jim and Bill.
Hi, Bill. Did anyone answer the question? I was downstairs plowing about the picture that was made in Ireland.
Yes.
The movie, yes. What did you think it was?
Quiet Man.
That was another guess that one other party.
It was made in Ireland.
It was Ryan's Daughter was the correct answer.
But right here in the TV guide, it's got the Quiet Man's on the 805. It said filmed in Ireland, and it won 2 Oscars, and one of them was for the photography of Beautiful Ireland, and it said made in Ireland.
That's right. It was filmed in Ireland, as Jim indicated, but the one we were looking for was filmed in Dingle Peninsula.
Oh, I see.
And that was Ryan's Daughter. But you're absolutely correct. The Quiet Man was made in Ireland. Do you think you know the smallest county in Ireland?
No, I don't, but have they got all the states for the Irish? I was wondering if Georgia was in there, because all, the Scarborough, O'Hara, and the rest of them.
No, not Georgia. Georgia's not one of the top 5.
Oh, okay.
But I thank you for calling, and you call again, sir.
Okay, I will.
And happy St. Patrick's Day.
To you.
Thank you. And don't do too much plowing today. It's going to melt. Good morning. You're next with Jim. How are you?
I'm good. I think I know the smallest county.
Okay.
I think it's Donegal.
No, not Donegal.
Okay.
There's one a little smaller than that.
That's a good guess, though.
Okay.
And you try again. Thanks for the call. Good morning. You're next with Jim and Bill. How are you?
Pretty good, and yourself?
Fine, thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
Same to you, and same to Jim.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Wisconsin, one of the states?
No, not Wisconsin at all. Very, very good, though.
What does this day mean to you, sir?
A day of celebration, and...
That's great. Do you have many relatives in Ireland still, do you know?
Around the Galway area.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, I hope you have a marvelous day and you enjoy it, sir, and thank you for calling today.
Be looking at a few pints of Guinnesses later on.
Is this Bob Ford? Is it Bob? I thought I recognized the voice. Okay, yeah.
You couldn't sneak by Jim. He got you, Bob.
Look, one of the smallest countries in Ireland.
The smallest county?
Dublin?
Nope. Sorry, Bob.
All right. Yep.
Thank you for the call, Bob. 586-1460. It's 17 after 10 here on WBET in Brockton. No lines open at the moment. We got 3 of the 5 states with the greatest percentage of residents with Irish ancestry. New York, California, and Texas. Massachusetts is not one of them. Illinois is not one of them. Georgia is not one of them. The other question we have out there, we're looking for the smallest county in Ireland. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with your calls.
Special occasions, emergencies, vacations, lots of reasons to rent a vehicle, and Affordable Rentals has lots of new cars, trucks, and vans to rent by the day, week, or month. They also have unlimited mileage rates available if you're planning a long trip. They pamper their vehicles and keep them in tip-top shape. Whatever your reason for renting, call Affordable Rentals at 1-800-842-1212 or stop in and see them at 849 Temple Street in Whitman, just over the Brockton-Whitman line on Route 27. That's Affordable Rentals at 1-800-842-1212.
When you want fast, quality printing, do as thousands of customers have done for the past 25 years. Call on Sir Speedy, celebrating their 25th anniversary. For all those years, they provided an endless variety of printing and copying services, including business cards, letterheads, envelopes, forms, flyers, personal stationery, resumes, and invitations. Sir Speedy in Brockton offers high-speed copying, color copying, transparencies, color copies from slides, as well as binding and laminating to complete the job. Sir Speedy Printing services Brockton and Metro South with the finest in printing, copying, and business services available. Call 508-588-2555 or stop in at their convenient location, 62 Main Street in the Enterprise Building, downtown Brockton. Sir Speedy for all your business and personal printing needs. Call them today, 588-2555.
Can you really afford the cost of a home security system? You'll need at least 2 exterior door protectors, an interior motion sensor, an interior sounder to help scare the burglar away, and a keypad to control everything. That could cost $395, but not when you call ADT. It's all just $199 installed, plus a monthly monitoring fee as low as $19.95. Call 1-800-635-4800 now and save $50 on annual monitoring. One-time telephone connection required. ADT electronically monitors your home 24 hours a day. If anyone attempts to break in, emergency operators can notify the police. Call now for a free security review. There's no obligation. ADT has been guarding homes and businesses for over 100 years. Get this $395 value for just $199 and save $50 on annual monitoring. Offer ends soon. Call 1-800-635-4800 now. That's 1-800-635-4800.
It's St. Patrick's Day at George's Cafe. Each and every St. Patrick's Day, George's turns Irish, and what great specials are in store for you. Like corned beef and cabbage with potato, vegetable, all the fixins, plus homemade Irish soda bread. All day long, just $4.95. Or how about a corned beef sandwich with coleslaw, potato salad, and one of those delicious Irish kosher pickles, just $3.25. And Irish coffee's just $1.75. It's all day St. Patrick's Day at George's Cafe, 228 Belmont Street in Brockton.
Let's get back to the calls. Good morning. You're next with Jim Larkin and Bill Alex.
Yeah. And states, would Rhode Island be one of them?
No, I'm sorry, not Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. That's a good guess because it's so close to Massachusetts. What are you doing for today, sir? Take it.
Staying home from school.
Staying home from school, enjoying the day, huh?
Yep.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for being patient and hanging on the line, too. And you call again.
Right.
Thank you. Rhode Island is not one of the states. We've got New York, California, and Texas. We're looking for 2 more. We're also looking for the smallest county in Ireland. Good morning. You're next with Jim Larkin and Bill.
I'd like to answer the questions about the states.
Yes, sir.
The Idaho?
No, not Idaho.
Idaho. Have you ever been to Idaho?
I thought potatoes.
Oh. Well, that's hey, there's a link. There's a link. You're absolutely right. There's a good link, but it's not Idaho. Idaho, of course, has a lot of folks who are of the Mormon faith, a lot of Northern Europeans, but that is a great guess. Unfortunately, it's not Idaho.
Okay, thank you.
You call again, sir, and thank you. 586-1460. Good morning. You're next with Jim.
Hi, South Carolina for one of the top states?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
North Carolina.
No, sorry, not North Carolina.
Why did you guess North Carolina? Have you ever been there?
No.
Uh-huh. You just figured it might have a large Irish population?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, and you try again. We're giving away some lovely keychains and
clatter pins and Irish American flag pins and some embroidered emblems, one with a leprechaun and one with the clatter you stick on your clothing or your hat or whatever you like.
Okay, good morning. You're next with Jim and Bill.
I'd like to guess Florida for one of the states.
No, that's a good guess, though, Florida. A lot of people down there, but not one of the ones we're looking for.
Probably a lot of retirees from this area of Irish descent,
yeah.
too. Yeah. Well, thank you for the call, and happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
You too.
27 minutes after 10 o'clock, it appears that the snow has stopped, thankfully, so that'll give us a chance to get outside later on today and to go see some of our friends on this special day and visit. And I guess over in Abington, they've got a parade today, Jim?
Yeah, that's
great. That's great. Good morning. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. The smallest county?
Yeah.
Harlow.
What is it?
Harlow. Carlow.
No, I'm sorry. That's not what we're looking for. Where did you get that answer from? Did you...
My husband, and he's usually right.
Isn't that great? Your husband's usually right, huh?
This is the smallest county, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and the authority we have is the Irish Trivia Book, it's called.
And I don't think Carlo is a county.
What isn't?
Might be a town, or...
I might be wrong, but I don't believe Carlo is even a county, but...
Mm-hmm. But it's not Carlo. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, and you try again. 586-1460. Should we throw another one out there? Another question? Why not?
Sure, why don't we? Who is known as the Purple Shamrock?
Purple Shamrock. This is a person, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and his name's already been mentioned in this program today, so...
Oh, so it's a male. We'll give him
Yes,
that much,
yeah.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for the gentleman that is known as the Purple Shamrock. 586-1460. Good morning. How are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, who's this? Bill Alex.
This is Bill, along with Jim Larkin.
Yeah, this is Bob Rogan.
Bob, how are you?
Fine, thanks. One of the states, New Hampshire.
No, Bob, sorry. It's not New Hampshire.
Okay, how about the other question? The smallest county is Louth.
Yes, it is. County Louth.
County?
Very good.
County Louth. Excellent. How do you spell that, Jim?
L-O-U-T-H.
L-O-U-T-H, pronounced Louth. How did you know that, Bob?
Well, Bill Alex, you in the Enterprise last week it was printed the 10 states that had the biggest Irish population.
Oh, really?
It was in the Enterprise probably one day last week.
Oh, I didn't see that, Bob. But I didn't happen to see that article.
That was in the paper.
Uh-huh. But you're absolutely correct. Louth is the county we were looking for, so you stay on the line, Bob, okay?
Okay.
Thank you and have a great day.
See you later.
See you later. Thank you. 10:30 here on WBET. County Louth, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Do we know, is that north, south? Do you know where it's located?
Geez, no, I don't.
Okay, I'm sure some of the folks may have been there.
Yeah.
County Louth, the smallest county. So we're still looking for a couple of more states, and we're looking for the gentleman known as the Purple Shamrock. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day, James boy.
Thank you. Same to you.
Same to you, sir.
This is Mike Gallagher.
Mike, how are you?
Took them a while to get Louth, did it?
Yeah.
By the way, Carlo is a county.
It is a county?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right next to Wexford.
Oh, okay.
Southwest of Dublin.
Very good.
Is Pennsylvania one of the states?
Yes, it is. That's third, Pennsylvania.
Hey,
very good,
bravo.
Mike.
Is the fourth one along the Appalachians?
We're only going to give you one.
Is the fourth one along the Appalachians, though?
Is the fourth one. Well, we got New York, California, Texas, and Pennsylvania.
The other one is a southern state.
We're not gonna tell you.
Give them a clue. Come on.
But you're right, Mike. You're absolutely right.
I thought it was Pennsylvania by the Molly McGuires.
Yes. Well, you're right there.
You know, the coal mining and the steel mills attracted a lot of the Irish.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Hey, Jim, have you seen Eamon lately?
No, I haven't.
That's the number on by him there.
Oh, listen, by the way, while you're on the phone, I know that you're very smart and you know the answers. Have you ever...
There should know some of them.
Have you ever heard of a poem called The Lament of an Irish Exile?
Probably.
Because my father's been looking for that for years, and maybe you would know where to get it, or maybe you might even have a copy of it somewhere.
Lament of an Irish Exile. Hold you in. You hold 2 seconds. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. Of course, they did a lot of laments in Ireland.
Oh, sure.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, you had the... No, I think I might have it somewhere.
Well, if you ever come across it, I'd love it if you would
I'll
photocopy it for me.
Get up for you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike, and you stay on the line.
I see what's his name's playing in the White House.
Something about
playing at the White House?
Bill Coulter's playing in the White House tonight.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I understand he's been invited to give a concert there.
Oh, isn't that nice? Very good.
Oh.
They're celebrating at the White House tonight. That's great. That's great. Thank you, Mike, for the call, and stay on the line.
Come on, boys.
Take care now.
Thanks, Mike.
10:33, 586-1460. Good morning, you're next. How are you today?
Right, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
That's in Ohio, one of the states.
Yes, it is. Ohio's number 5. Very good.
Hey, how did you guess that?
I believe I remember it from 2 years ago when he had it on.
That's
Really?
Right. Yeah, I did have that question 2 years ago.
How soon I forget, how quickly I forget things. That's great, ma'am. You recalled it from 2 years ago.
Right.
That's great. Are you planning anything special today?
Not really, no.
Just taking it easy and enjoying the day.
Right.
That's great. Well, you stay on the line. We'll send you out a nice little prize.
Okay,
And thank you for playing along with us this morning. Nice lady. So we finally got the 5 states, Jim, and they were again
They were California, New York, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Ohio.
The 5 states with the largest concentration of folks with Irish ancestry.
Right, with the most residents.
Most residents.
Yeah, this is the states would be different if you took the percentage of the population, but this is with the actual most residents that are of Irish ancestry.
That's great. So we got one question out there that we're still looking for. Who is known as the Purple Shamrock? And why don't we throw another one out?
Okay, I'll throw out another 3-answer question, and if the listeners would want to give us just one, we'll send them out a prize. And the question is, 3 U.S. presidents have visited Ireland while they were in office. Name them.
That's a good one. While in office, they visited Ireland.
Right,
3 U.S. presidents.
Okay.
Okay.
And speaking of entertaining at the White House, Bill, I know you're probably familiar with Judy Collins.
Yes.
The 60s singer, and actually the 90s singer. She's quite a talent, but she's recording an Irish album, which probably will be out sometime this year, and I'm helping her on it. I'm collaborating with her and giving her information on music and things like that.
Isn't that great, Jim?
And I know she's played at the White House a few times. She's Bill Clinton's favorite singer.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
So does that mean we're going to see you at the White House pretty soon?
Oh, I doubt it.
That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Our own Jim Larkin collaborating with Judy Collins. A lot of fine things to come from Jim and from his sister Kathleen, so we'll keep you informed on those developments in the future. 10:35, we have no lines open. We'll get back to you after this.
Hi, everyone. It's Steve-O for the Brockton Cafe. You know, economic times may be tight, but the prices at the Brockton Cafe are always right. Listen to these great specials at the BC. For carry-out, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, great pizza specials. 2 cheese pizzas, just $5.99. 2 one-topping pizzas, only $6.99. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all day. Great pizza carry-out specials at the BC. And the dining room specials are super, too. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all day long. Fish and chips in the dining room, $4.25. Pasta with 2 meatballs or 2 sausages, your choice, just $4.25. And chicken parmesan with pasta, delicious, just $5.25. To make those dining room specials even better, buy one, get one free with the purchase of 2 beverages. The Brockton Cafe, 6 decades of excellence for those takeout specials and for great pizzas all the time. 586-5273, or stop in and eat dinner and say hi to Peter and Tula. The Brockton Cafe, 426 Main Street in Brockton. 586-5273.
Accept the Metro Insurance Challenge to lower your auto insurance. Bring your present policy or current quote to Metro Insurance at 223 Belmont Street in Brockton, opposite George's Cafe, for possible cost savings on your auto insurance. At Metro Insurance, they'll obtain for you all the discounts you're legally entitled to. Call Metro Insurance at 583-7393. That's 583-7393. Or come on down to 223 Belmont Street, opposite George's Cafe, anytime from 9 to 5 daily and until noon on Saturday.
His first video, The Best of Victor Borge, sold over 2 million copies. Now he's back with his funniest and wackiest all-new concert video, Victor Borge, Then and Now. Entertainment Weekly said, who needs Leno or Letterman? The fans have already picked their favorite. Good Morning America proclaims Victor Borge as one of the world's greatest comedians. Victor Borge, Then and Now contains live concert material.
My grandfather gave me this watch a few minutes before he died for $20.
And contains rare film clips from his phenomenal 60-year career. If you love comedy...
I'm told that my grandfather, there were sometimes for weeks he didn't speak to his wife because he didn't want to interrupt her.
Get ready to laugh and order the hilarious new video, Victor Borge, Then and Now, for just $19.95 plus shipping. This video is not available in stores, so have your credit card ready.
Call 1-800-592-2002. That's 1-800-592-2002 for Victor Borge, Then and Now. 1-800-592-2002.
With a winter like this one, there is good reason why we're behind last year's pace. We need to catch up. Hi, this is George Andrick, General Manager at Miskinnis Buick, Pontiac, Isuzu GMC Truck, trying to make up for lost time. With warmer weather on the horizon, it's time to have a sale that'll put us back on track. A catch-up sale. With great prices on all new Buicks, Pontiacs, Isuzus, and GMC trucks, plus a selection of hand-picked used cars and trucks, we will catch up fast. There's a long way to go to reach our goals. Our deals have to be fantastic. All trade-ins more aggressive. In fact, with your newer used car, we will throw in a case of ketchup just to thank you for getting us on track. It'll be worth your time to visit us before you make any deal. Great selection, fantastic prices, high trade values, and your own case of ketchup. That's why you can always expect more from Miskinis. Miskinis Buick, Pontiac, Isuzu, GMC Truck, Route 28, Bridgewater.
Because we're Uncle Mikey Boy. Here's your sister Kate.
Welcome back, everyone. Bill Alex along with Jim Larkin. And, Jim, you want to remind the folks of some of the activities coming up in our area.
Yes, Bill. This Saturday at St. Edward's Church, Island Zone will have their annual St. Patrick's Day Mass. It'll be preceded by a breakfast at 9:30 at St. Edward's School Cafeteria. And kids under 10 eat free. And for $2, you can get fresh fruit, pastries, donuts, bagels, coffee, tea, and assorted juices. And meet a bunch of great people before the Mass starts. And it's suggested you get there early because the entertainment starts at 11 o'clock at the church with Norman Payne from Galway. And it's always a big event, and it should be good. The actual Mass starts at 12 noon, but you should try and get there about 10:30 or so to make sure you're going to have no problem getting in. And Saturday night, at the Sons of Italy Hall in Brockton, Island Zone has their annual St. Patrick's Day dance, and music will be by Joe Glynn and the Irish Mist. You can get tickets at the door, and they will serve Irish bread, coffee, and tea at 11 o'clock, and there'll be assorted cheese trays at each table. For more information on that, the telephone number to call is 947-5045. And, of course, Tuesday night at the West Brockton Junior High School, the All-Star Irish Variety Show featuring Patty Noonan, and it's a show you don't want to miss. It's the best Irish show going. You won't see a better show than this anywhere. Has music, singing, dancing, comedy, everything. Patty Noonan, the master showman, will be there. John Scott Trotter, Joe Cuddy, Irish comedian and singer, will be there. The great group from Ireland, Mac and O, also will be on hand. And Seamus Green, Cleo Meany, and the Maureen Haley School of Irish Dance. Tickets are available at the door to that, and for more information, you could call 586-3915. That's what's coming up, Bill, in the next week or so.
Very good. Thank you, Jim Larkin. Let's get back to the calls. Good morning, and thanks for waiting.
Yeah, if I wrote the Purple Shamrock,
Yes.
is it James Michael Curley?
Yes, it is. James Michael Curley.
How did you know that?
But my father knew.
Ah, your dad knew, huh?
Yep.
That's great. You enjoying a day off from school today, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I hope you enjoy it with your family, and congratulations to you and your dad. You stay on the phone, okay?
All right.
We'll send you out a little prize. Thank you very much for playing along with us. 10:43. Good morning. You're next. Hello.
Yeah, I'd like to answer the one about the presidents going to Ireland.
Okay. 3 U.S. presidents while in office visited Ireland. Do you know one of them?
Is it Reagan?
Yes, it was.
Hey, bravo. We got Reagan out of the way.
Do you know what year?
Sorry?
Do you know what year that was?
Oh, gee, no, I'm sorry, I don't.
1984.
Oh.
84 Reagan went there, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, you're absolutely correct. Anything special planned for today?
Oh, just cooking.
You're cooking?
Right.
Good. You cooking a little corned beef and cabbage and potatoes and carrots?
Sure am.
Oh, that's great. Earlier, I asked the lady what type of corned beef she prefers. What type do you prefer?
Oh, actually, the gray.
The gray.
Right.
Yeah. That's great. Well, you have a wonderful meal with your family, and you stay on the line.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for calling. So President Reagan was one of the 3 that visited Ireland. We're looking for 2 more U.S. presidents. And he was known as the Purple Shamrock, and it was James Michael Curley, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I wonder, do you know anything about where he got the name or who labeled him?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
No.
That's interesting. So we got that one out of the way, the Purple Shamrock. And we're still looking for 2 U.S. presidents who visited Ireland. We got another question for the folks, Jim?
Yes. What do William Butler Yeats, George Bernard Shaw, and Samuel Beckett have in common?
Okay, William Butler Yeats, George Bernard Shaw, and who was the third one, Jim?
Samuel Beckett.
And Samuel Beckett.
These 3 Irishmen have something in common, and what is it?
Okay, George Bernard Shaw. We got poets and playwrights, and we want to know what they all had in common, huh?
Mm-hmm.
If you think you know the answer to that, William Butler Yeats, George Bernard Shaw, and Samuel Beckett. I'd probably guess maybe they came from the same place. That's just a thought.
No,
But that's not the right answer.
No.
Okay, good morning. You're on the air with Jim and Bill. How are you?
Good. I know one of the presidents.
You do?
John Kennedy.
John Kennedy. You're absolutely right.
Hey,
Very good.
Bravo.
1963.
How did you know that? Did someone tell you?
No, my mother did.
Your mom did, huh?
Huh?
That's great. That's great. So, JFK, you're absolutely correct. And you stay on the line, okay? We're going to send you out a nice little prize. And thank you for calling. Nice youngster there. So we got Mr. Reagan and Mr. Kennedy. Kennedy in 63, Jim, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So we're still looking for one other U.S. president that visited Ireland while in office. If you think you know the answer. Good morning. How are you? Okay, let's go over here. Good morning. You're next.
Yes, hi. I'd like to answer the third president. Would it be President Nixon?
Yes, it would. 1971.
Yay.
Yes, very good.
How did you know that?
Oh, my husband told me, as usual.
Your husband's got all the answers, huh?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great. Well, congratulations. You planning anything special today or this weekend?
No, I'm working all weekend.
Working all weekend?
Yes.
Are you wearing the green today?
Of course.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah?
Well, you have a marvelous day with your family, and I thank you for calling us today, and stay on the line, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Nice lady. Nixon in 71, Reagan in 84, and Kennedy in 63. Interesting.
Yeah.
All visited Ireland while in office. And, of course, interesting to see during Mr. Clinton's term if he's planning a trip abroad. 586-1460 is our phone number. No lines open at the moment. The one question we have out at the moment, a lot of smart people out there this morning.
Oh, definitely. There always are, Bill.
There certainly are. We're still looking for what these three individuals have in common. William Butler Yeats, George Bernard Shaw, and Samuel Beckett. If you think you know the answer to that one, give us a call. Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
And to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm not sure of the answer to that one, but I do have a trivia question for you.
Oh, good. You want to turn the tables on us. Okay.
What the colors on the Irish flag stand for?
I'll yield to Jim on that one. That's a good question.
The green is for the Irish, the orange is for the English, and the white is to do with the Catholics and Protestants?
No.
No. Okay. What is it?
The green is for the Catholic, the orange is for the Protestant, and the white is for the peace in between.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yes. Right. Okay. Very good.
Okay, so what do I win for that question?
We'll send you out something.
Great.
Yeah,
Sure.
we'll send you. Sure, we will. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you. You stay on the line.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. 586-1460. The piece in between is the white, huh?
Yeah, we were close.
Yeah, very good. Okay. Pardon me, let me go over here. Good morning. How are you?
Morning. I have like to lodge a protest on the smallest county in Ireland.
A protest, okay.
Okay.
It's known as the Wee County.
How do you spell that, sir?
County Carlo, C-A-R-L-O-W.
Okay.
The southeast of Ireland.
Okay.
And it's the smallest county in Ireland.
It's known as the Wee County, you say? W-E?
Wee County.
Spell Wee for us. W-E?
W-E-E.
Oh, W-E-E. Okay. Well, again, the authority that we have is the book called Irish Trivia. And that's the authority we have.
My Irish map in front of me here, and County Carlo is located in the southeast of Ireland, between Kilkenny and Wicklow.
And the answer that we had was County Louth, Jim?
County Louth, yeah.
Louth.
When I was in school in Ireland, I learned my little geography ditty, the size of Ireland, from Mizenhead and Cork to Fairhead and Antrim, and from Loophead and Clare to someplace on the east coast, and then it said, and to the largest county, Cork, and the wee county, Carlo.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Leave your name and address with Matt, and we'll check that out, and we'll send you a prize if you're right on that, okay?
Very good.
How's that, all right?
St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you, sir, and same to you. 10:49 is our time. 11 before 11, and following the news at 11 o'clock, we'll have Marion Robles' Conversation Show. Marion is on vacation this week, but stay tuned for that program following this show. What do we have out for a question, Jim? We still have the Yeats, the Shaw, and the Beckett question, right?
Yeah, maybe I'll throw out another quick one.
Good.
What is the longest river in Ireland? That's an easy one.
Okay.
The longest river in Ireland.
Longest river. Give the folks an easy one. 586-1460 if you think you know the longest river. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, fine. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you, and same to you. You going to get together with a few friends today, maybe? Family members this weekend?
Well, my husband's Irish. I'm not.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's all right. It's Sullivan anyway, so I am a Sullivan. On the Bernat show, would they be playwrights?
All playwrights, Jim?
Yeah, that's not the answer we're looking for, though.
Oh.
Okay.
It wasn't right then.
No, it's more of
It's
more of an accomplishment that we're looking for. I'll give you a hint on that, okay?
Something that they all accomplished. Okay, if you think you know, give us a call back.
Did they write a book?
No, that's not the answer we're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, I had Honey Fitz. He had that right.
You had Honey Fitz, yeah.
All those, and I couldn't get through.
I know, it's been a busy
I hate to
one.
hang up. Put me on hold.
Well, you have a great day, and thank you for calling, man. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with our guest, Jim Larkin.
1994 is the year of the child, and if there's a child that you know up to age 10 that you think is special, be sure to enter the WBET Year of the Child contest. Enter the child in any of 3 groups, newborn to 2 years, 3 to 6, and 7 to 10. In each group, judges will be awarding prizes for most amusing, most beautiful, and best personality. Entry photos will be displayed at Westgate Mall, and winners will be announced at the Kids Expo at the Canoe Club on Sunday, April 10th. The grand prize is a trip for 4 to Disney World in Florida and a cruise on the Big Red Boat. Pick up your entry blank at any of the Year of the Child contest sponsors and be sure to include a color photo of the child up to size 5x7. Here's how to enter.
You can pick up an entry form at any contest sponsor, fill it out, and send it in with a photo to WBET. Address, rules, and full details are on the form. Awards will be presented at the Kids Expo on April 10th. You must be present to win, and you can pick up your entry form at the Enterprise in the main lobby at 60 Main Street at Brockton. Once Upon a Child, 15 Stockwell Drive in Avon. Reserve Travel and Cruise Center, 15 North Bedford Street, Bridgewater. Or at McDonald's Restaurant, 800 North Main Street in West Bridgewater.
It's just amazing, a transformation.
Transform something old into big savings at your AT&T phone center and save up to $20.
Communication.
Now trade in any phone or answering machine and save from $5 to $20 on selected AT&T products. And if the product you buy is already on sale, you'll save twice. Details in store.
Communications, imagination.
Your AT&T phone center. Offer ends April 3rd while supplies last.
What'll I do when you are far away?
We fell in love to his beautiful music, danced to the magic of his songs. Johnny Mathis.
Chances are
Heartland Music presents the best of Johnny Mathis.
Look at me.
All your favorites.
I'm as helpless as a kitten.
2 great albums.
Hello, young lover.
But it's not in stores. Please order now.
It's not for me to say.
Call 1-800-356-1166 to order Johnny Mathis for only $12.98 for records or cassettes or $16.98 for CD plus $3 shipping. Use your credit card and save COD charges by calling now. 1-800-356-1166.
Did you get the lettuce Mom wanted? Yep. But that looks brown. A little bit around the edges. That doesn't matter. Hey, and didn't Mom say she wanted baking powder? This is baking soda. Close enough. What's this? Stovetop stuffing. That may be a red and yellow box, but that's not stovetop. No way! Way! And what if we had gotten home and it didn't have the same toasty breadcrumbs, herbs, and spices? I'll put it back! Right. These days, you can't be too careful.
When it comes to stuffing, there's no substitute for stovetop.
What about the lettuce? What about it?
Welcome back, everyone. Let's get back to the calls. Good morning. How are you?
Yes, good morning, Bill. Good yourself.
Fine, thank you.
Does anybody answer the question on Bernard Shaw?
No.
Well, the answer I have is that he and the other two gentlemen won the Nobel Prize for Literature. Is that correct?
Yes, it is correct. Very
Bravo.
good. Yes.
Hey, I looked it up in my little desk encyclopedias.
Yes, you're absolutely
Excellent.
right.
All winners of the Nobel Prize for Literature.
Quite an accomplishment.
It certainly is. It certainly is. Congratulations to you.
All right.
And you stay on the line, and thank you, and have a great St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank you, sir. So all Nobel winners. That's great.
Yep.
That's great. So we're still looking for the longest river. If you think you know, give us a call. Good morning. How are you? You're on the air. Okay, let me jump over here. Good morning. You're next. How are you?
I'm calling about the longest river in Ireland.
Yes.
Is it River Shannon?
Yes, it is River Shannon.
Bravo.
Very good.
How did you know that? Did you have to look it up? Tell us the truth.
Yes.
You did look it up, but you got it right. What are you planning for today? Anything special?
Oh, just staying home from school.
Good. You got a day off from school, huh?
Yep.
Well, you enjoy it, and thank you so much. And you stay on the line. We'll send you out a little prize.
I thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. So the longest river is the River Shannon.
The River Shannon. Yeah, it's 230 miles long.
That's a long river.
It is. Yeah. Yep.
All right. We have a couple of minutes remaining. Let's see if we can throw one more out, Jim.
Okay, Bill. What was the name of the Irishman who invented the submarine?
An Irishman invented the submarine?
Yes, an Irishman invented the submarine. And I'll throw another one out that might be a little easier. What are Irish drums called? Irish drums.
Irish drums?
That should be an easy one.
Okay. If anybody knows, Irish drums. Let me see if we can squeeze one in here. Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Is this Bill?
This is Bill along with Jim Larkin, yes.
Oh, Bill, have the questions been answered, all of them on the...
Well, we just threw out two more. Do you think you know what Irish drums are called?
No, but I was wondering if all the answers of the presidents that visited Ireland were answered.
Yes, they were. It was Reagan, Kennedy, and Nixon, yeah.
Oh, and I knew all three of them.
God love you. That's great. Well,
I get a prize, Bill, for not answering, not the right answer. And I need a pen to write you a letter.
you need a pen? Unfortunately, I don't have any pens today, but maybe we can get some in the next few days.
What do you get, Bill?
You call again. Jim had some nice keychains that we're giving away today.
Oh, I can send you a keychain. How's that?
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you, and you enjoy the day.
Oh, gee, Bill, do you have any other questions I can answer?
No, I'm sorry. We don't.
Give me a question. The drums?
The Irish drums, and what was the other one, Jim?
Who's the Irishman that invented the submarine?
Who invented the submarine?
Yeah.
Can you give me a clue?
He was from County Clare, Lisdoonvarna.
Oh, gee, I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's all right, and we thank you for calling. You take care. And thanks to all of you. We're going to give you the answers to the questions, and if you're on hold, we apologize for not getting to you a very busy morning. Jim, what were the answers to those
Okay, the Irishman that invented the submarine is John Holland, and an Irish drum is called a bow run. It's made from goat skin.
A bow run.
A bow run.
Very good.
Bodhran.
Very good. Jim, some great questions, some great music, and as always, a pleasure to see you on this St. Patrick's Day. My best to you and your family. Thank you for spending the time with us this morning.
Well, thank you very much, Bill.
And again, Jim is on every Sunday right here on WBET after the 5 o'clock news. Be sure to listen for some great Irish music and a lot of information on Irish culture in our area. Jim, a pleasure again. Thank you.
Thanks again, Bill.
Thanks to all of you for joining us. Thanks to our producer, Matt McLaughlin, for doing a great job as always. We appreciate your participation. And we'll do it again tomorrow. Have a great St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Take care now.
Farewell to cold winter, summer's come at last. Nothing I have gained, but my true love I have lost. I will sing and I'll be happy like the birds upon the tree. For since he deceived me, I care no more for him. Let him go, let him tarry, let him sink or let him swim. He doesn't care for me, nor I don't care for him. He can go and get another.
opinions expressed on today's Newsline program are not necessarily those of the staff or management of WBET. The Newsline talk show is presented in the public interest by the Metro South News and Information Leader, WBET 1460.
This is full-service radio for Metro South. Here's the latest news on WBET 1460.
And it's 37 degrees at 11 o'clock, and meteorologist Russ Smurley is calling for some clearing after the morning flurries and snow that we had. Temperatures cool, though. Details coming up. I'm Peter Ravora. Bosnian Serbs and Muslims have signed an agreement effectively ending the siege of Sarajevo. The deal opens up a bridge and key roads linking Serb and Muslim sections of the Bosnian capital, and it also frees a route from Sarajevo into central Bosnia. 6 major airlines have come to terms with the Justice Department on settlement of charges. They used a central ticket information system to raise fares more than $1 billion. Under terms of that agreement, the carriers, who are American, Delta, Northwest, Continental, TWA, and Alaska Airlines, will implement a new fare system, barring them from offering specific fares available at a future date. A federal judge in New York has rejected punitive fines against Occidental Chemical